Hi fam, today we are making small chops. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to make samosa, money bag and spring roll. So sit down, relax and enjoy. First thing first, we are going to get our veggies ready, and the major veggies we are going to be using is cabbage and carrots. For the cabbage, we need to get a very thin slice. So you can use your knife, your food processor, or my most preferred, this particular grater, because it gave me this evenly thinly sliced cabbage, which I really love the texture. After which, I went ahead with my carrots. After washing my carrots, I grated my carrots, and then I also have a very thinly sliced carrot. So any method you know to get your own vegetables thinly sliced, just go ahead with it, okay? Then I also went in with my onions, and then I just chopped them into bits, and then I'm going to set all of this aside. You can also make use of bell pepper, so at this point just get it and also chop it up. I totally forgot about our spring onions, so we're actually going to use some spring onions as well. We're going to cut this up, and then we are going to set everything aside. And the first thing we are going to be making is our spring roll filling. To make our spring roll filling, I went into my frying pan with oil, then I added in my onions. I sauteed this till it was succulent and flavorful. After which, I went in with my thinly sliced cabbage and carrots, and then I cooked this on a medium to low heat. Number one thing you should note is that you are not to overcook this, because you still want to have that crunchy taste of your vegetables. So it's very important that you don't cook on high heat. Secondly, make sure you do not add too much oil to this, because you don't want to have any liquid left when this sauce is actually ready. So go in with all your spices. You can add anything that you want. So I just went in with minimal spice. I added in just salt and then the sesame oil for just more flavor. So after this is well cooked, the last thing I went in with is sugar. Now at this point, you can actually add in any source of protein that you want. You can add in chicken, you can add in your beef, but majorly you should know that for spring roll, the major filling is vegetables. So your vegetable has to be predominant in anything that you actually use, okay? So after that, I added in my spring onions, and then I sauteed this for a while. Remember, we are trying to keep this also crunchy, so we are not going to be overcooking this. And one thing you should know, that once you add your sugar, there's probability of water coming out. So you have to just put this into a sieve, so that in case of any water, it's going to drain before it is ready to use. And that is it with our spring roll filling. After this, we are going to go ahead to make our samosa filling. Now for our samosa filling, into my fry pan I went in with my oil, and the protein I'm going to be using is minced chicken. You can also make use of minced beef. For my minced chicken, I just blended chicken breast till it gave me this kind of consistency. You can also buy minced beef outside or in any store, any supermarket, or you can also just buy boneless beef. Tell the meat seller you want boneless beef, and then you take it home and then you blend it till it is smooth like this, okay? So after putting in my chicken, I added in my spices, maggi, salt. You can add in, just flavor it anyhow you'd like to flavor it. So when it is actually getting dried like this, then you're going to add in your vegetables. Now one thing you should note is that your vegetables should not overshadow your protein, okay? Your protein is the major ingredient for samosa, while vegetables is the major ingredient for spring roll. So if you are making spring roll, your protein should not overshadow your veggies, and when you are making samosa, your veggies should not overshadow your protein. I hope you guys understand that, right? So that's just the difference between the two. So after I've added in my carrots, you can see I didn't add cabbage. I basically added just carrots. You can also add in anything that you want in this one, just spice it anyhow you like. There's no limitation of ingredients, okay? So I added in soy sauce, oyster sauce, maggi, salt, and That was just it. When it was cooked, I added it into my bowl and then I set aside. Now that our fillings are ready, let's get to work. So right here, I have my samosa sheet. So this is triangle. First of all, you are going to get the midpoint and find out where the two sides meet. Now we are going to glue these midpoints together to make the filling easy for us. And the glue that I use is just a slurry, which is a mixture of flour and water. Okay, so after you've gotten the midpoint, add in just a little bit of your samosa filling, not too much. You fold it in just as I did, like this. All right, fold it in very, very well. Make sure it is very tight. Take a little bit of our flour slurry, add it to it, and then you are just going to use it as a gum, just like this. Can you guys see how easy this is? Okay, so anywhere that you feel is not well sealed, just take the slurry and just use it and you are good to go. So the slurry just serves as a binder or as a glue. All right, so now this is the shape of wrap I'm going to be using for our money bag and our samosa. You guys can see that the shape is quite different. Okay, so now first of all, we are going to make money bag. So for your money bag, we are going to be using our samosa filling. Okay, you can also make use of your spring roll filling, but I prefer using samosa filling for this. And so after adding that in, don't add too much. So we are just going to fold this up together just like this, simple as ABC. Then we are going to tie this using our spring roll leaf. So when you're actually making use of your spring roll, make sure to reserve some of the leaf to tie your money bag. And also when you are tying, make sure that you don't tie too tightly so that the leaf doesn't tear. And once you've gotten to the end part of the leaf, just take your toothpick and use it to just pin the two sides together. And that is it. Easy peasy with our money bag. Okay, and now for our spring roll, we are going to add in our spring roll filling, not so much. Then you're just going to wrap it like you want to wrap your shawarma. Okay, so once you've wrapped it together, you're just going to fold it in 1, 2, and then you're going to take the sides, add it to the other side. You're just going to fold it together like that. Then you remember our slurry, which is our water and flour mixture. You're also going to take it to bind it together, add it to the edges, and you're going to roll it up, and your spring roll is ready. Simple as ABC. So that is it. Anywhere you feel is not well glued, just add in your slurry and then just gum it back up together. So that is it with our spring roll. So now we've made our spring roll, we've made money bag, and we've made samosa. So let's just make another wrap. So good news, families, we've gotten to 1K subscribers. And without you guys, we wouldn't have been able to get there. Although it's been a long time coming, but guys, thank you so much for tuning in. So all my returning subscribers, thank you so much. Your support is really, really counting for me. And to new subscribers, or if you are coming into my channel for the very first time, please don't forget to click the subscribe button, like this video, share it to your friends, drop comments, and trust me guys, that is your only way to support and keep this movement going. So guys, this is all we have here right now. And also, if you want me to drop the recipe to make your spring roll wraps, make sure to let me know in the comment section. So this is the residue from our spring roll wraps. I'm not going to throw that away, okay? Nothing goes to waste here. So I'm just going to do what? I'm just going to cut this into tiny bits to get chin flakes, all right? So there is no wastage. Like I said, if you want me to drop recipe to make your samosa wrap, let me know in the comment section, and then I'm going to shoot a different recipe on how to make your samosa wrap. All right, so that is just it. We are going to cut this and we're going to set this aside. Then off we go to go and fry our samosa and spring roll. To fry our small chops, after getting our oil, we are going to heat it up till it is hot enough. So at this point, you are going to reduce your heat. Make sure you are frying on low to medium heat, okay? Then you're going to add in your chops. Now at this point, anywhere you actually make mistake is going to be obvious here. You can see how our money bag actually opened up. You can also see this spring roll beside it, how it actually opened. That's because it was not well sealed. So don't worry, accidents can happen, mistakes can happen. It doesn't actually matter. All right, so we are just going to fry this up and it is ready. Now one thing you should note is that when you're actually frying up these things, you need to deep fry, okay? Don't shallow fry like me. I was out of oil and I was not ready to pause this my shooting, so I had to use the oil I had at home. So that is why it's going to affect the color. So when you're actually making yours, make sure you actually deep fry your chops so the color will come out crispy and brown, okay? So that is it with our small chops, and this is our chin chin flakes, okay? So we're just going to fry this and you are good to go. So that is it, guys. Our small chops is ready. And also a day before, or I think earlier in the day, I also made some puff puff because, guys, it was my birthday and I was like, let me give my family a treat. So I made a full-blown small chops for that day. I have puff puff recipe on my channel. I'm going to tag it below in the description box, so go make sure to actually watch this. And that is it, guys. We've come to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to drop a comment, like, subscribe and share. Bye. Sissy loves you. Mwah.